Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at all of the Black Series Kenobi figures that have come out so far, as well as some customs. We're going to start with these Hexagon stands that I designed and 3D printed, and then this little turntable that I also printed. I wanted to make this look a little bit more Star Wars-y, but the first figure we have is One Jack. This was the Walmart exclusive. You know, this character wasn't too heavily featured in the show, but I think he really fits the aesthetic of that show, especially that planet. Next we have the Wandering Jedi with some custom paint on the body and a Fett clone head. I will have all the customizers that I mentioned in this video linked in the description below. We're going to put him kind of towards the back because we have some other Obi-Wan figures to do as well. Next we have the Grand Inquisitor. I think this is an incredible likeness to the actual character in the show. Obviously a little bit different than his Rebels appearance that we all first know him from, but I think that's a great figure overall. And then an Imperial Stormtrooper on the 2020 body is always great for filling out pretty much any shelf within Star Wars. I replaced the hand on the fifth brother here with an open 3D printed hand. I think it gives it a little bit more personality. And then I did do a gray wash on the face here just to bring out some of that detail. He's going to go right here starting our second row. On the Purge Trooper, I actually replaced the cloth camo around his waist with a 3D printed one. I went a little thick on the red stripes there, but I think it looks a little bit better and it sits a little bit more naturally than the cloth one did, and it just gives a cleaner look overall. With Tala, I did a bit of a matte spray on her because she was very shiny out of the gate, but this is the first time we're getting a female Imperial officer, and I'm excited to have her on the shelf there. Next we have Ned B. This is a highly customized figure. It's pretty simple though, and I have a whole tutorial on my page if you would like to see how I did this using just two different materials to get him to look a little bit less yellow and a little bit more metallic at the same time. This is one of my favorite figures. I love how bulky he is and just brings in such an interesting pop of color on the shelf. Here is a Fett clone head on the Tiburon Station Obi-Wan, and the cape is actually from the Marvel Legends Ego figure. I didn't like the way that the soft goods looked, so I replaced those and painted that brown. I'm really proud of how this 3D printed EOB came out. I bought this kit from John Walker Customs and painted it myself. I feel like this was kind of a turning point in my painting journey, learning how to do that speckle effect with a toothbrush and doing the pink washes just to give that skin a really lifelike effect, as well as using an airbrush to just create some dimension there. But I just think it came out so cool and I'm really happy with that. The fourth sister took forever to come out, but we finally have her. Now we can finally do the shelf series video way after the show has already aired. One of my favorite figures in the new wave though. She's just a beautiful sculpt. Next we have Darth Vader with a custom head from Scoundrel stock that was painted for me by Frederick's Figures. Amazing work by Frederick here, just totally brought this figure to life, and I just love having this on the shelf. I'm sure when the Black Series one comes out, it's not going to look as good as this one, so I'm happy to have this now. I did a matte spray that almost was disastrous on this Jabeam Obi-Wan, also from the new Black Series wave, but I think I was able to save it with some dry brushing here. I really love this figure. The only thing is it's not extremely posable. It's hard to get his arms into good lightsaber wielding positions due to the sculpt. This little Leia is actually a miniature figure from Black Remnant that I scaled up to Black Series scale and 3D printed and painted myself. You know, she doesn't really look like a Black Series figure, but I think on the shelf it's nice to have the little pop of green and to bring little Leia into the mix. Third Sister Reva, I think, is one of the best figures that the Black Series has ever done, actually, and I did a little bit of a matte spray on her face to bring out that detail. Next we have Tika the Jawa holding a T-16 from a Power of the Force figure. I also have a 3D printable version of that little ship on my Patreon if you're interested in resin printing that. It's nice to finally have all of the Kenobi figures out. We are still waiting to see the battle damaged Darth Vader, and we are going to be getting Obi-Wan in his look from the final scenes where he has the goggles around his neck, but that might be another year off since we haven't even seen renders of the figure yet. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this quick video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you all next time.